Sorry, Seattle, the Seahawks were knocked out of the NFL playoffs. But don't worry, there's still hope that the Sonics will have a good This is the Social Minute. Good evening, I'm Deece Casillas, and this is a special Social Minute news brief. We go straight to the nation's capital.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Riots plagued D.C. this week as pro-Trump supporters stormed our nation's Capitol building. Wow, those guys really put the American in American Ninja Warrior. But after a few hours, the National Guard showed up and gave the rioters an ultimatum. They're ordering Uber Eats for everyone and wanted to know if they'd prefer Domino's or Pizza Hut. There were a few interesting characters that were arrested after the incident, including this man, who is a QAnon supporter that's said to live in his mother's basement and is a failed actor. Failed actor? He's only dressed like that because he's starring in the gritty reboot of Where the Wild Things Are. Just one question. Do you think these patriots storming the Capitol building are yelling "Back the Blue" while the police are tear gassing them? While critics across the nation are comparing this to the recent Black Lives Matter protests, there's really no comparison. Storming the Capitol building and throwing bricks through a Best Buy window are not the same thing. Best Buys are just filled with PS5s, and the Senate building is filled with absolutely nothing of value. But to be fair, I mean, every Best Buy looks like it just been robbed. I'm just hoping this mob doesn't decide to swarm the Pentagon. I mean, their cameras always fritz out when the good stuff happens. But really the most alarming part about all this? Nobody knows how to spell the word Capitol. Now there's been a lot of mixed information coming out about who was the actual cause of the riots. But if the suffix of the website you're getting your news from looks like Elon Musk's son's name, I may have a hard time believing you. And people across America are saying this is finally the death of our country, but my America died when McDonald's started charging for additional sauces. But we were lucky enough to capture Vladimir Putin's reaction to the riots this last week. Okay guys, I know we have a lot of built-up aggression and inequalities in this country, but what if to help alleviate that, just one day a year, we made all crimes legal? Listen, America, they've rebooted the SpiderMan movie franchise 3 times in the last 10 years, and each time he just gets a cooler costume. All I'm saying is, maybe we should consider that option. But really, I am so sick and tired of everything being a remake or a sequel. And you know, now that we did this, they're gonna have to make Civil War 3. And now, the moral of the week. People always say, count your lucky stars. But most of those stars we see have been dead for years. For the Social Minute, I've been Deece Casillas. Good night, folks.